country is caught up in a storm. Caught up in a storm as the United States fundamentally reshapes all of its trading relationships. And to be clear, Canada currently has the best deal of any of the United States trading partners in the world. 85% of our trade with the United States has no tariffs. It's tariff-free. And we have the lowest average tariff rate of any country. But we've learned a lesson over the course of the last several months, is that our relationship with the U.S. is changing. And we can't rely on our most important trading relationship as we once did. You know, we can't control what other nations do, but we can control our destiny. So we're focusing on what we can control and building our economic strength right here at home. C'est là notre mission principale, notre étoile de nord. Le nouveau gouvernement du Canada est déterminé à bâtir l'économie la plus forte du G7. À cette fin, nous nous lançons dans un plan ambitieux visant à assurer une nouvelle ère de prospérité après avoir surmonté l'adversité. Notre nouvelle stratégie industrielle transformera notre économie qui passera d'une dépendance excessive envers les États-Unis à une économie la plus résiliente face aux chocs mondiaux. Une nouvelle économie fondée sur les bases solides des industries canadiennes et soutenue par des partenaires mondiaux diversifiés. Just last Friday, in Mississauga, I announced a series of new and comprehensive measures to protect, build, and transform our strategic industries so they can prosper in this new global economy. These measures are, they're wide-ranging and they're flexible, they're focused on the future. And the first thing we focused on was measures so that Canadian workers can develop the skills for those new high-paying careers that those nation-building projects that Premier and I referenced will create. And we shouldn't underestimate, I'll stop here, shouldn't underestimate just how many jobs will be created, for example, in Churchill, as it's built out, on top of the over $225 billion of revenues that come to this province as it operates over decades. So we start with workers, we start with retraining, we start with building. And then we go to those industries and we give them the opportunity to pivot to new products and markets with a $5 billion new strategic response fund. The third thing is we've introduced a comprehensive Buy Canadian policy. So we're modernizing all of Canada's public procurement to prioritize public and Canadian suppliers. Because it's time that we become our own best customer, buying Canadian to build Canadian. So your government will buy in this province and across this country. Fourth, you know, there's some businesses that are very acutely impacted by these U.S. tariffs, and they need immediate liquidity relief. They need immediate funds in order to adjust. And that's the case for the steel and aluminum industries. These are world-class industries. But they're enduring punishing U.S. tariffs. And these impacts are being felt far and wide, including out here on the East Coast. So our liquidity facilities give businesses the support and the time that they need to position themselves for the future. And lastly, this will be my principal focus today, we're strengthening supports for our medium and small businesses. In March, we announced the Regional Tariff Response Initiative, $450 million across the country to support SMEs directly or indirectly impacted by those U.S. tariffs. And the idea is so these companies can step up and diversify their products, diversify their markets, adopt new technologies, become more competitive. And last week, I announced that we'd increase the funding for this from $450 million to $1 billion. Not just that, we'd extend the repayment periods for up to 9 years and provide new non-repayable contributions of up to $1 million across all sectors, so from seafood through to IT. And today I'm proud to announce that $80 million of that funding will be dedicated to businesses right here in Atlantic Canada. Thank you. And this money will flow through the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency. We'll fund small and medium-sized businesses across the region, help them not just to invest, not just to endure, but to thrive. It'll be important for that ocean economy. More than half of that $30 billion ocean economy is right here in Atlantic Canada. In all, this region's a giant in fishing, manufacturing, forestry, IT, energy, shipbuilding. And its overseas trade corridors sitting here in St. John's Harbour connect Canada with the rest of the world. Si nous voulons bâtir l'économie la plus dynamique du G7, et nous le ferons, nous devons tout mettre en œuvre pour permettre aux régions et à nos industries